Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the RDA. It's your boy Triple M back with another video, and I hope you are doing well. Arsenal versus Manchester United. Massive talking points around that game. Alex Telles testing positive for COVID-19. That's also a massive blow, and I'll tell you why I think so in a bit. As well as Phil Jones apparently picking up an injury, fam. I don't even know if this guy's been on the squad list for any tournaments, and he's still picking up injuries, fam. When is it going to end? I think he qualified for his testimonial this year. But anyways, let's get into the video. Of course, you got two teams with massive parallels here. Arsenal beating, what was it, Dumbledore, or whatever it's called, some Irish team, 3-0. Well done to them. I think they played particularly well in that game. What was interesting to note about that game is that they played a back five. You know, they weren't particularly pragmatic because they did dominate the game, which you expect against Europa League sides. Apparently, they're one of the best teams in Belgium as well. But that's not a compliment because, I mean, if the best team in Belgium is only in the Europa League, if the team that's first in Belgium is only in the Europa League, that says a lot about the standards of that league. But anyways, banter aside, I think Arsenal are definitely a team that's capable of beating Manchester United. But I think I'm very confident going into this game. I think I'm very much aware of the fact that, look, I'm not an idiot. I know Arsenal can beat us. I know we can lose to Everton. I know we can have a bad run of games in the near future. Manchester United, Manchester inconsistent, fam. That's what they should rename us to. But I think we're on a good run of form at the moment. We just battered RB Leipzig 5-0. I don't care what anybody says. They made the semi-final of the Champions League, and they are on top of the Bundesliga table. That says it all. We beat Paris Saint-Germain. Lack of injuries, lack of squad depth, lack of fitness. People didn't give us that excuse when we lost 6-1 to Spurs. So why should we afford them that excuse? So we beat them as well. We didn't actually lose to Chelsea. And we beat Newcastle 4-1. So in the last 4 games, our form's actually better than Arsenal. We're creating more chances than Arsenal. We have more possession. And we do more with that possession than Arsenal do against some of the bigger teams. You know, obviously they dominated the game against Dumbledore. So look, all I'm saying is all signs point to Manchester United winning this game. And I think if we lose, it's going to be at our own. It's going to be because of our own complacency. Obviously, in terms of the way Manchester United will set up, you can go watch the team's preview of that. Of course, you can catch Shauny, Clayton, and Rita talking about it over there. I'm not going to go too much in depth. This is assuming we do play the diamond, since it is a system that has worked in the last game against RB Leipzig so well. I think Telles testing positive for COVID is a massive blow to that system, because I think although Luke Shaw did play particularly well against RB Leipzig, when you look at Shaw and Aaron Wan-Bissaka, they don't really get forward that much. And I think because of how narrow the diamond is, you need people getting forward, because there's obviously no natural wingers, there's no natural width. And with Marcus Rashford and possibly Cavani or Greenwood playing ahead of the diamond this Sunday, it's going to be very interesting to see how Ole Gunnar Solskjaer sort of sets up, because I think what Telles gives us, and what I will honestly say as a massive advocate of Luke Shaw and a massive defender of Luke Shaw because of the abuse he gets online, I think Telles, when we're looking purely from a football perspective, going forward, he's definitely a better fullback. Defensively, I'm not really sure because I haven't seen enough of him, but I think he should be starting for Manchester United ahead of Luke Shaw in these types of games where the onus is on us to attack. There is a general consensus that Arsenal will come and sit back at Old Trafford. There's a general consensus that they will play a back five. And so the general consensus is that the onus is on us to attack. And I think if we have Alex Telles, he gives us that width. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, look, it is what it is. We don't have any better options on the right back. So, you know, our boy's just going to have to use the best of his robotic techniques to get forward, fam. So yeah, I think in terms of personnel, it's very interesting. I think the arguments about combined XIs are absolutely hilarious on the internet because some Arsenal fans are deluded, ain't it, fam? But I'm not going to do a combined 11. I'm here to talk about Manchester United. And in that diamond, who does start? It's an interesting debate. I think you cannot drop Fred. I think his tenacity, his attitude, his mindset at the moment is absolutely crucial to keep the winning mentality in this team. Not only that, but his ability to win the ball in key areas of the pitch and move the ball off quickly so that teams can't exploit his first touch, as well as they did last year, is absolutely magnificent. He spoke about it in a press conference saying that he has a lot of weaknesses and he has a lot of improvement to make in that area, and so did Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So good to know that he's acknowledging the fact that he can actually improve. And I like to hear that from a player. I don't like to hear a player who just comes out and says the normal, boring, cliche things about how we just beat Leipzig 5-0, fam. We just beat Leipzig 5-0. He was involved in at least 3 or 4 of the goals, and he's talking about improving his personal game. that is a winning mentality right there. That is the mentality of a player who wants to get better. So moving on from Fred, fam, who starts next to Fred in the diamond, I think behind him is definitely up for debate. Matic, I would go with personally, but if McTominay starts, not a massive enemy of that, because the last 9 times McTominay has played next to Fred and behind Bruno, Manchester United haven't actually lost, so there is something in that. Does that mean McTominay's better than Matic? No, please do not twist my words. But anyways, it's a null and void argument for me. It's like comparing piss and shit. You don't want to eat neither, okay? Okay. Pogba, I think, has to start next to Fred in that diamond. Personal reasons, I think his passing range and what he offers in terms of creativity from deep is a little bit better than Donny. I think Donny can definitely do the box-to-box role very well, and I would like him to come off the bench if either Pogba or Fred is not playing well. But I just don't see how Donny drops straight into this team at the moment over a consistent run of games, because I think we're still trying to figure out where his best position is. Some people seem to think he's the best in the 10. I personally disagree, not because I think Bruno's better, even though, Bruno is probably better, but because I think we could be using Donny as a box-to-box. So, it's nothing to do with Bruno Fernandes. However, if he does start ahead of Bruno Fernandes in the 10 and Bruno Fernandes comes off the bench, happy days. As I said in my last video, I am okay with players coming off from the bench and being impact players, because like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer said, he doesn't have substitutes, he has finishers, and I think that's key. If you're Manchester United at the moment and you have enough squad depth to be playing a team where you can bring on Rashford and Bruno in the last 20 minutes to exploit a tired defense that's leaving a lot of space because of how the game is played out, it's a win-win. I think this whole thing of us having personal bias towards players, whether it's positive or negative, and letting that get in the way of our judgment is very immature, and it kind of says that Manchester United are kind of doing well at the moment. It's a good problem to have. So, that's just my thoughts on that, fam. How do I think this game will play out? Well, if there's anything to go off by, if the last few weeks is anything to go off by, if Arteta does play a back 5, I think Manchester United will understand that they need to attack and the onus is on them, but they still need to remain compact and not overcommit and give Arsenal a chance to hit them on the break. So I think it's going to be a very tentative game. I think it can be a very boring game. And I think the team that takes the lead in this game is going to be in a prime position to go on and win it, because, and I know that sounds obvious, but the reason why I think so is because, let me put a scenario into your head. If Arsenal go 1-0 up and they just put 10 men behind the ball, we know Manchester United struggles to break down a low block. Like, let's not lie to ourselves. And I think Arsenal will fancy us going at them because of how good they've been defensively. Now, look, there is a mistake in Mustafi. There is a mistake in David Luiz. There is a mistake in I think Tierney's been good for them. But there is a mistake in their defense, fam. So, I'm not lubing up Arsenal like they're the best defensive side since Mourinho's back-to-back Premier League titles, fam. That's not what I'm saying. But we have to give respect where it's due and notice that Manchester United have had a weakness against lesser teams than Arsenal. Like, we've struggled to break down teams that played the lower block that have been in worse form and in worse positions than Arsenal are in at the moment. So I am a bit concerned on that front. But I don't think that will happen. I think what will happen is that Manchester United will get goals, will get plenty of goals in this game. And I think Arsenal, if they go down, they are in massive trouble, because they cannot come to Old Trafford and do damage control. They will want a result. And if they are serious about being a big club, if they're serious about moving in the right direction, they need to come here and play football. And if they go down, it will be interesting to see what Arteta does to respond, because we already know what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to do. Just keep it compact and keep hitting them in transition, fam. An open game is a massive advantage to Manchester United. So, it's going to be very interesting. I think it's going to be very interesting. As far as score predictions go, I'm not going to be as confident as some other Manchester United fans out there, but I do think we will beat Arsenal comfortably. I think we'll win 2-0. I think we'll keep a clean sheet and we'll score a couple of goals. Hopefully this doesn't come back to bite me. I think Arsenal, if Arsenal do win this will be massive for them. But I think if Manchester United lose this, and this is no disrespect to Arsenal, if we lose this game, we have absolutely bantered ourselves, yeah? It's a bad loss, and we have to win. We have to win. We can't just get a result. We can't just get a draw. We have to win, and we have to win convincingly. Honestly, I'll take a scruffy win, fam. Win at all costs is the message for Manchester United here. Interesting battle, Pep? What am I saying? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer versus Arteta. Interesting battle. Battle of the PE teachers, some people are calling it. I think that's a massive disrespect to both managers, but hey, it is what it is. One manager finished 8th and won an FA Cup, so, can't really defend him, you know what I'm saying? Like, that FA Cup don't mean shit if you're finishing 8th in the league. But as for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, you know where I stand on him and people who say he has no tactics. I don't mind people being Ollie out. I don't mind people genuinely having a problem with his football. I do mind people saying that he has no tactics, quote unquote, because like, can you really beat Leipzig 5-0 with no tactics? But anyways, it's been your boy Triple M. Hope you did enjoy that video. Try to keep it as short and sweet as possible. Big weekend for Manchester United, and let's hope we can get the result. Peace out.